Hey, this is a Blender Python exercise for beginners, where we'll be going over how to create a cube from a list of vertices and faces. We'll be using some of the common Python concepts such as variables, lists, and tuples. The only thing that you need to follow along is Blender. No prior Python experience is necessary. And if you stick around, I'll show you a couple more exercises to solidify your knowledge. Hi, I'm Victor Stepanoff. I'll be guiding you through this beginner Python exercise. Let's start off by removing everything from the scene by hitting A, X, and then D. And then at the top, going to the scripting workspace. Clicking new right here to create a new script. And let's start writing our script. We'll start off by importing BPY. This is a module that allows Python to interact with Blender. Next, we're going to add 3 lists, one for verts, one for faces, and another for edges. If we go ahead and run the script, nothing will happen because we're just creating some lists and importing BPY. So I'm going to hit run right here, and nothing is going to change in the scene, as you can see here by the outliner or the current file. Next, we'll start creating the mesh data that we'll use to create our cube. Notice that this BPY right here is the module that we're importing at the top. Without this import, we wouldn't be able to call this. Let's run the script. As you can see, the script ran, but there's no real way to really tell it unless you look right here and you open the current file right below the outliner and look right here where you can see the cube data that we called cube data right here. It's not being used anywhere because we need to create an object that will use this. Now we need to create a variable for this mesh data so we can use it to populate with the faces, verts, and edges above. All right, we created our mesh data variable right here, assigned the results of this operation right here, and then used this variable to populate this mesh data with verts, edges, and faces defined up here. Of course, these lists don't have anything, they're empty, but we'll change that in just a minute. Let's add a single vert to our verts list. The vert list will contain tuples with 3 components. It's going to be X, Y, and Z. They're going to look like this. All right, so this is X, Y, and Z. You'll see in just a second in the 3D viewport. Now let's create a new object and attach the new mesh data to it. So again, here we're calling BPY the module, right? And using that we imported up here to create a new object, call it cube object, and use the mesh data right here that we created and populated to attach it to this object, right? And then we create a new variable that we can use to reference this new object. Let's run the script and see what happens. As you can see, nothing is added into the viewport, right? Nothing is in the outliner. But if we go into the objects right here in the current file, you can see that there is this cube object that we are just creating right here. So you can actually pull this over right into the collection, and I'm going to hit Control Space over the viewport. And you can actually see this one single vert that we just added. Remember, add -1, -1, -1, right? So actually, I'm going to even show you. See, this is the single vert that we have in our data at this point. I'm going to go back by hitting Control Space. Let's fix that. Let's, at the very end of this script, add this object, this new object to this collection. So I'm going to actually go and delete everything in the 3D viewport by pressing AX delete. I'm going to hit N to hide this panel. And let's write the final line. All right, so we're linking to this collection, right? Our object by using the variable right here that we got right after creating our new object. And as you can see right here in the outliner, we have this cube object, right? And it has the cube data, mesh data. And if we go into the 3D viewport, you could see that single vert. Also, you might notice that we have more than one cube data. These are left over from the previous runs of the script. You can clean these up by going to the file and then clean up and then unused data blocks. So hit that, then hit purge 6 unused data blocks or however many you have. And right there, it's going to clean up that for us. All right, now let's add 3 more verts. Let's delete everything from the scene before we run our script again. So I'm going to hit A, X, and then delete. And let's run the script again. All right, I'm going to press Control Space to go into this whole screen. And as you can see, we have 4 verts right here. Go back. Before we continue and start defining the faces, we'll need to enable something in the preferences. So go into Edit, Preferences, and hit Developer Extras right here. Close that. Now actually let's go back to full screen and I'm going to show you how you can see the indices of these verts. Go into Edit mode and go to Overlays and then select indices right here under Developer. You can see that there's some numbers appeared on each of these verts. It's not really clear, you can't really see them that well because of the color. I'm gonna also go into preferences and update my theme so it'll be a bit more visible, right? So this is a lot better. All right, so you should see 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's go back. And now let's use these indices to define a face. A face is defined by the indices of the verts. So we start from 0, 1, 2, 3, right? We use all these 4 verts to define a single face. So we're going to use a quad for a face of this cube. Now let's go out of edit mode, delete this by hitting AX and then delete. And then let's rerun the script again. As you can see, we've added a face that is using the 4 verts that we just defined. Let's also make sure that the face is correctly oriented. Let's go into Overlays and select Face Orientation. This should be red because it's the inside of the cube, and on the other side is blue. All right, now I'll define the rest of the verts. So we need 4 more. Now let's again hit AX and delete in the viewport to remove everything and rerun the script. As you can see, we have these 4 new verts at the top. And let's create the rest of the faces of this cube. All right, let's remove everything from the scene by hitting A, X, and delete, and then run the script again. As you can see, you have a cube, and all the sides are in the correct orientation. It's great. So I want to underline one more time that the faces right here are defined using the indexes from this list of verts, right? So this 0 is actually referring to this vert right here, right? This is referring to the second part, the second element in this list, right? This is referring to the third, right? And this to the fourth. You can inspect each face by commenting out all faces but the one that you want to inspect. So you add a hash character like so in front of all the faces except the one that you want to see. You select the cube, delete it, and run the script again. As you can see, it creates a single face. Right now it's this one. And if you hit tab and go into edit mode, you'll see that this is exactly it. So 7403. So 7403, right? And notice that it's in the correct orientation. For example, if I switch the order and go from 7304, right, in the opposite direction, we'll switch the orientation of the face. So let's just do that. I'm going to delete this face and then run it again. And as you can see, now it's red because it's going in the opposite direction. I'm going to undo that. Also, I'll uncomment the rest of these. Delete this and run it again. And one more thing to note is, as you can see, we're defining verts and faces here, but we didn't define edges. But if you look down here, we have edges automatically defined for us, right? So all a Python script is usually just manipulating some kind of data, right? So manipulating data that defines vertices and faces, and then running some instructions right here, right? Using this data, right, to solve some problem or task. In this case, our task was creating a cube. If you're learning something new and enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button. And as promised, here's 2 more exercises for you to solidify this knowledge that you just learned. The exercises are going to go in the following way. I'm going to show you what you should get in the final result. Then you hit pause on the video, right? Do it on your own. Maybe you run into some issues, maybe you get it right away. Then unpause it and I'll show you the answer. Exercise number 1. Define a cube, but instead of using quads for faces, use triangles. So you're going to start off with code like this, right? And you're going to enter the verts and the faces and define this. So pause the video now. All right, here's one of the ways that you could have defined the verts and faces. I just reused the verts from the first cube that we went through just minutes before, but I had to redo the faces, right? Also, make sure to check the orientation of the faces so you don't have your cube looking like this. And for your second exercise, create a regular pyramid with a square base. And again, you'll be starting off with code like this, and you need to fill in the verts and the faces. Pause the video now All right, here is one way of defining the verts and faces for this pyramid. All right, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.